right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody. Tyler James here. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you had an outstanding weekend. I'm just jumping on here mostly for the members of the ComixLaunch Pro community because I wanted to remind them that we have our live sessions coming up at a very special time, very special date, which is our October live sessions. Now, once a month for the creators who I work with inside of ComixLaunch Pro, I go live and we do a live group coaching. This is group coaching for ComixLaunch creators, for creators that are trying to build their audiences, launch projects on Kickstarter, and expand into sales channels beyond. And so every month we get on and we do some live group coaching. We get on in real time. We answer questions, look at projects, and just dive deep on an individual basis. Also gives us an opportunity to connect in real time, which is something that I know a lot of us are missing, especially as con season comes to an end. You know, the opportunities for us to get together live in real time, even virtually, are limited. And so that's one of the reasons why I really do love serving the ComixLaunch audience in this way, is through these live group coaching sessions. So just some of what's coming up and what we're going to be talking about a little bit in these live sessions. The first session that we do each month is a session that's related to the AdLaunch program. And this is a particular interest in me because there are a lot of creators out there who are making great stuff. They're just not getting it in front of enough people. And so that's really what having a paid traffic system in your business can provide. And so on tomorrow, Tuesday, October 15th, 3 p.m., that's when we'll be doing our AdLaunch live group coaching session. And among one of the questions that we'll be tackling is a question like, what does it actually cost to build a brand new audience from Facebook ads? Like, I know so many of us have heard the stories of like, hey, it takes 10 years to build an audience, or you've got to post every day, or you've got to do, X, Y, or Z, or you've got to, struggle, and then you'll find an audience. For many creators, that's the path they take. Other creators are finding that, well, yes and no. And maybe it is possible to get in front of more people using a tool like Facebook ads. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll look at actual numbers and some actual case studies and some actual experiments that you could potentially run yourself to figure out the answer of this for yourself. The bulk of what we'll be spending our time doing during these live sessions, though, and this is the one that's the most fun, is the ComixLaunch course live sessions. And so our next live session will be tomorrow, Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. EDT. Hope to see some of you there. If you're going to be there, let me know in the comments. But what we do in these sessions is we always start them off with wins. And I truly do believe that like big empires are all built on the back of stacking just sequentially small win after small win after small win. And so we'll be celebrating some members in our community that have recently had wins. Aaron Batah just had her second volume of her Kickstarter webcomic funded, 114% funded. Scotty White, just 2 backers shy of 100 backers, unlocked some milestones, unlocked some stretch goals, and is excited to be having another win that he can build upon for his business. So these are just a couple of the wins that were celebrated in the last month in our community, which is a community that's now, I just checked the scoreboard. I checked what we track, and we've now, oh, what's up, Scotty? Scotty's in the house. I just checked, and ComixLaunch Pro members that have gone through the ComixLaunch course training and applied some of that to their own launches, we've now collectively raised over $850,000 on the Kickstarter platform to fund our comics, graphic novels, and other things. And so again, this is some of those milestones that I just love tracking, and I love keeping score, because what you focus on grows. And one of the things that we focus on is getting our projects funded and out into the world. And so what I found is the more I focus on this, the more that number just keeps going up and up and up. And it's the product of the hard work of the creators inside of the community. So some of the things we'll be talking about in our live session is we'll actually be just shouting out some of the members of our community who are really showing us the power of awesome reward visualization on their Kickstarter pages. And so, the difference between an okay Kickstarter page and just a wow Kickstarter page can mean the difference of hundreds or thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in funding when it comes to a page that converts versus a page that doesn't. And so, I'll be shouting out John Scooter Robinson. I'll be shouting out Rob Moltari, who are doing great jobs at visualizing their rewards for their upcoming campaigns. And hopefully that'll inspire some of our members to do the same as well. We'll also be talking about how to handle Kickstarter add-ons without losing your mind. Here in 2019, Kickstarter has still not made it any easier to handle add-ons on the platform, but that doesn't mean there aren't best practices for how you can do it. So we'll be talking a little bit about that, among other things. Now, inside the ComixLaunch course private community, that's really where I get the questions that come up for these live sessions. And so if you are a member of our community already, you can go ahead and post a question in one of our question threads so that we can make sure that we get that answered, even if you can't attend live. But obviously the magic happens live and we want to see you there. If you are watching this and you're not a member of ComixLaunch Pro yet, but you want to be, you should be, you want to be a part of this group, just shoot me a direct message or leave a comment, and I can tell you about the opportunities to enroll. There's still a couple more opportunities to enroll this year before we shut it down going into the new year, and then we'll be reopening with some different things as well. But if you want to get in, the best time to do it is, the best time to do it was 6 months ago, but the second best time to do it is as soon as possible. The other option for you is that you can attend an upcoming free ComixLaunch workshop. We have the October workshop. Signups are open for that right now. We're going to be doing it on October 23rd at 8 p.m. There I'll be covering 7 keys to unlocking your best Kickstarter launch ever in 2019. And then for those that want even more and want to know more about what this ComixLaunch Pro thing is all about and how they can get enrolled at the end of the workshop, I share that with those that are interested in that. And as a little extra bonus for creators who are going to attend the ComixLaunch workshop, the upcoming workshop, I've got a special live attendee bonus only. So only those of you that carve out the time on their schedule, plan to show up and actually show up and engage in the workshop, because those are the people that actually get the value out of what I present, and they mix it up in the chat room and they get to meet other creators who are live in there with them. It's a lot of fun. I've got my Surviving the Dead Zone official checklist that I will be sharing as a free resource for creators who do tune in live. There's been a number of creators over the past over the year that they all realized that in the middle of their Kickstarter campaigns, when things slow down, that's when it can feel a little bit scary, a little bit frightening. All the fears that you didn't have at the beginning of the campaign start to creep up, and it can feel like your campaign is getting out of your control. And so what this checklist tries to do is to remind you that the dead zone is normal and that you are still in control. And it's all about the actions that you take during the dead zone that are going to set you up for having a big finish to your campaign and then hitting your overall campaign targets. And so that's what hopefully this checklist will provide for all of you as well. So that plus the training inside the Ultimate Comic Book Kickstarter launch plan. For those of you that aren't yet a member of ComixLaunch Pro, hopefully that will be helpful for all of you as well. All right, Charlie's barking. That means it's time for me to get back to it. For those of you that are ComixLaunch Pro members, look forward to seeing you inside the live training, which is going to be tomorrow. And for everyone else, I hope you have an awesome start to your week, and I can't wait to see what you launch next.